Hey, how we doing? All ready for a late night dev stream, I guess? Can't say I've often watched two back-to-back streams from Nem. Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? Two in one day. Oh well, I never really considered these to be kind of like streams, you know? They don't feel like streams. Or I mean, they don't feel like my normal streams. They feel like less work, you know what I mean? I don't particularly, try. I don't know, it's just different. I'm not as careful with what I say, and I'll take obvious drinks of water, or I'll eat something, or I'll yawn. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just because this feels a lot more casual. How you doing? I'm doing okay. I think I'm sick with something, to be honest, but I think I'm on the mend. So taking those days off really helped. A chill stream. Yeah. So I do want to start off by thanking God, if I will ever remember how to pronounce this name, ckyeli. They've gone ahead and made a really cool PNGTuber for us to look at, and it's based off of the loading screen ghost here that NoPencil was nice enough to make for the channel too. So let me see, where is it? Okay. There we go. Yeah, he's a big one. He's a big one. He's gonna block about 2 lines of chat. But yeah, it's very cute. Very cute. Oh, is King Richard okay? Let me see. It's 3:30 and I can't sleep because I'm painfully sick. Oh no, King Richard. Okay, well, make sure you're getting lots of sleep. You know, sometimes if you just close your eyes while listening to something, you'll drift off if you've got it on low enough volume. I hope you feel better soon. Let's see who's gonna grace our eyes now. Yeah, see, that's the thing about these dev streams with PNGTubers. Sky's the limit, you know. You can have anything as long as you draw over it a version with closed eyes and an open mouth. Good stuff, good stuff. So thank you very much. Yeah, there's a proper credit in the description. So there we go. One other thing, could scale it down a bit. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I hate scaling it down because as soon as I shrink one, the next one I have is going to be too small and stuff, but what are you going to do? Here we go. There we go. Now he's not too much in the way of Chad, but just a little bit. It gives it that 3D effect. Okay. Poor King Richard. Yeah. Let's see, what took out the original King Richard? Hopefully it wasn't a sickness. One other thing I wanted to talk about was I noticed in the stream chat, the pre-stream chat, somebody was talking about wanting to make one of those tactical RPG games. There is one thing I wanted to show you. So for anyone that I've seen a couple people say that watching these streams kind of makes them want to give another crack at the game they've always been wanting to make. And there is, aside from RPG Maker, there is something called SRPG Studio. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, wait, let me make sure everything's kosher. So, basically what SRPG Studio is, I think there's tactical battle, like if you're thinking Fire Emblem, I think there are plugins that do that, but specifically, okay, I think we're good. SRPG Studio, if you notice, it's I don't think I can go full screen. Oh, I can, okay. It's got really similar to Fire Emblem, where you're on like a big tile screen, and then if you engage, you kind of have this one-on-one kind of shot. And it's got a bunch of different graphics. It's got a bunch of different. I don't own this, by the way. I haven't tinkered around with it either. It's practically killed me learning RPG Maker, so I wouldn't switch systems necessarily. But it's an interesting thing for if you're going for like the tactical stuff, because I'm seeing it where you've got like entire. You know what I mean? You've got troops all over the map, and then you just kind of, here we go. See, that's the kind of thing. So if you're trying to like, if you're trying to program something like a tactical RPG from scratch, I think that's insanely difficult. So SRPG is a thing. I don't know if Mech is still in the chat, but maybe if he sees the VOD, that'll be something to consider. Okay. Well, that is that. I guess we'll get to the game and stuff. I normally watch the VOD. Love your videos and these game dev streams. I'm so surprised. I'm really, really glad. I'm still shocked every time I hear someone say that. Okay, you know what? Let me just make sure I've closed out all the windows that don't do anything. Okay, goodbye Procreate. All right, there we go. So, for those of you that didn't watch the Ebe stream, I did mention that I've switched palettes again. And it's gonna... Oh, Mechatech, there you go. I may consider it. Yeah, if you're looking to try before you buy, I mean, it's like $60 on Steam. If you're looking to try before you buy, there may be a copy floating around somewhere. I typically try before I buy on IGG games, so, you know, mileage may vary. Okay, so yeah, I've gone ahead and changed the palette. You may recognize the above palette to be my original. I was looking into maybe trying something like the very bottom palette, but I think I kind of just hit a happy medium with something in between. The new palette. And I've been experimenting with changing, like seeing how the faces look with the palettes. Like if you remember, I've made the sprite sheets for the characters, like the walking, the full body sprite sheets. But whenever I go up and I talk to one of the characters, their face, the skin color palette, it's always a little bit darker than the sprite sheet because, you know, I wanted whites of the teeth and whites of the eyes and stuff, thereby making their skin one palette darker than the you know, sprite's skin. So it's rough. It's a little bit rough. So what I've experimented with is I've compared them and stuff. So right here is my final palette. It's a little less green, but it's also a little less yellow-brown. And you can see the differences in Kat's and Naomi's faces, in me swapping over to it. So I think it's an improvement because their skin like was a little bit too tanned, especially compared to their sprite artwork. Could edit the color after you tile pack the sprites into one image. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. As soon as I put it all into one big tile sheet, then I only have to change the values of one image, essentially, versus like 60 tiny ones. Untitled version 2, final version 3, version 2. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Skin is a very normal, healthy shade of green. Yep, there we go. I've also spent some time making sprites because remember I said I wanted the convenience store to be crowded. So, you know, typical city convenience store, it's nearing midnight, but there's still a lot of people out and about. Let's see, where are they? Character sprites, here we go. Now, I did not update the sprite I did not update the color palette for most of them. I've got the base female and the base male. If you're wondering why they look weirdly pastel and stuff, that's because I've marked the arms, shirt, pants, and shoes in different colors and also different layers. That way, if I want to give someone a tank top, I can just turn off the arm, the sleeve layer, and all that. So ignore the weird, the weirdly paletted ones. So I've got a convenience worker, and again, these are on the old palettes and stuff. So looks all right. He's got the little apron, cool, whatever. Here's Amber. I think I might have updated her palette, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, I might have. I'm sorry, not Amber. This is Catherine. Amber's undergone a name change, so there. There we go. This is her with the updated palette. I think it looks a little more Game Boy-ish. Like, then again, the brown one looks Game Boy-ish too, but the green one looks a little bit more like you're looking at it through like a tinted backlit screen, you know? So if you guys remember the old version of Naomi, that was how she was gonna look. I realized that the hair didn't fit her as much. So I've gone ahead and kind of made her a new version, I guess you would say, which is this one right here. I don't know, I may change the hoodie and stuff, so just something to consider, but I feel like her hair matches her character face a little bit more. So there's that. I've got different just NPCs and stuff that'll be in the convenience store. You can probably overhear conversations or listen to them. I've got another convenience store worker. So one's behind the counter, one's stocking shelves. I've got other NPCs, that kind of thing. I didn't put too much work into them, but, you know, whatever. They're just, you're only going to see them for one scene at the beginning. So that's about it. And a lot of these don't have the new color palette either. This guy was a biker design that was actually going to be in my previous mansion one. So he had his own, like, thing. That's why he looks a little more detailed. But I figured, hey, waste not, want not. So I took his shirt and pants and put it on this other guy. So, Rip Amber. Amber does sound like the nicer name than Catherine, though. Yeah, I think Amber does, but Catherine is a bit more chilly, a bit more intellectual. So I'm going with Catherine, although it was a really close call. I need to rewatch a Catherine playthrough with the newer version that came out. I was really excited, but then I heard people talking about the new character and why she doesn't work in Catherine. Because in case you might want to shut your ears, I'm not technically going to spoil anything, but I'm going to talk about a bit of the character. From what I understand is that the new character is like not really flawed at all. She's basically a waifu. And if you know anything about the game Catherine, you basically had one Catherine with a C and one Catherine with a K, and they both had severe pros and cons to their character. They were deeply flawed, and it revolved around the protagonist's relationship with them. But new Catherine, with a Q or whatever, is apparently, I think, trans and also incredibly perfect and sweet and cinnamon roll, and it's like she's not really a person. So that's what I've, and plus they already had a character like that, and it was the waitress chick. So I don't know. That's kind of soured me on it. Then again, I haven't played it, so heads up there. But yeah, and I think that's a problem when you take certain characters and you make them like too perfect. They're not characters anymore. They're just caricatures. Don't forget Joker from Persona 5. I haven't played Persona 5 yet. I'm still trying to get to that point. Deeply flawed characters are better than perfect Mary Sue, Gary Sue nonsense. Yeah, exactly. I think there's some pressure from game developers and storytellers as a whole, like when they have specific demographics like trans characters, LGBT characters, minorities. There's this pressure where, ignore the meat sound in the background, sorry, I'm listening to the off soundtrack. I think there's a pressure where you want them to look good because there's been a history of poor representation and stuff. But in that unfortunate vein, you end up with a Mary Sue. Like, they're not allowed to do anything wrong. They're not allowed to be hated unless it's by bad people. They're not allowed to have any issues themselves. So you end up with a really bland lead character that you would find in like a 17-year-old's fan fiction with a self-insert that can do no wrong. Yeah, so I don't know. That's it. So is it Catherine, or Quathrin? This is going to be Catherine with a K. I'm going to skip this song. I really like Rainy Day, but the sound of the meat at the end, ugh. I need to make a cut of that song without that. Look at that green character. Yeah. All right, who else do we have? Oh, and this guy was also a character in the Mansion game. Verdant was the working title of that one. So he's got, black turtleneck, glasses. He was actually going to have his glasses break at one, well, possibly break, depending on the ending. And that was going to be that. Yeah. And this is a new palette, so she's looking a little greener than everybody else. But I put minimal effort into combining a skirt and a shirt to make a dress or something. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have any sleeves. We'll see. It doesn't matter. Again, they're just going to be going about their day at the convenience store. What else have we got? All right, convenience store tiles. Black turtleneck can be Gary. I based them off of like one of those chilly academic types that have zero social skills. They're just very, what's the word, astringent, I guess, acrid, whatever. I still think A Song of Ice and Fire did some of the best gay character portrayals. Yeah, I always meant to get around to watching that, but by the time I was going to, everyone was like, oh my god, what did they do to it? I once saw a movie where they were trying to figure out who the serial killer was, and it turned out it was a pair of men doing it, and they were gay, but if you actually look into it, it seems like they just, didn't really discriminate. And I saw reviews and stuff talking about how hateful it was, especially because the lead character, when he was fighting them or whatever, like, called them Bert and Ernie. And it was like, I mean, they're serial killers and they're sleeping with each other, but one of them's a sociopath that doesn't actually care about the other one. Like, do we know that they're gay? I mean, I think they actually raped a girl at one point. So I don't know. It feels like if it were me, I would be afraid to have any kind of representation from certain groups because, God forbid, I do them wrong or somebody thinks I do them wrong by not making them perfect cinnamon rolls that, shouldn't be harmed, so... I'll definitely say get the audiobooks of the show after the end of season 4. I just can't defend. I thought it was like season 7 or 8 where it all went downhill. He breaks his glasses. He sees blurriness, yeah. So I've got a tile. Wait, why does this look different? I don't know. I've got a tile. You guys have already seen the drink machine thing, which looks much better with frosted, fogged up windows. We got the... Now I'm going to have a million different shelves. I really just started experimenting a little bit with that. But we've got the brick, the sad little hot dog roller thing. I've got a million different shelves that I can randomize so they don't all look the same. Some of them look better than others, so I'm probably not going to use the worst ones. We've got that thing behind the counter where they got like the cigarettes and whatnot. Although wait, no, that isn't it. This isn't it. I reused the cigarettes and stretched them out so they look more like cans or boxes or something. Here we go. So this will be behind the counter, like standing up behind the checkout dude. And this will be like the lottery ticket thing. It's just kind of fun making different patterns. We've got some sliding doors. We've got some big windows. We've got the floor mat you step on. You've got the jar of, I guess, I don't know, candy, pennies, lollipops, whatever they have. That's about it for the convenience store. Fucking Bert and Ernie, come on, you gotta admit that's a funny quip. Yeah, it is, absolutely. They killed so many people and they were about to kill the guy. And I think he just like... It's Bert and Ernie aren't even gay unless they've changed that recently. Ernie is supposed to be like very childlike and represent like the child audience, and Bert is supposed to be like the stern parent who's teaching Ernie about the world. So I hope they don't ever go gay with them. Season 8 was entertaining, ironically, especially to a non-fan like me. Isn't there a conspiracy theory that the people that were, the two guys that were running Game of Thrones, like, tanked it early so they could work on Star Wars, but when they tanked it and it brought on such, like, vehemence from the fan base, like, they ended up not getting to do the Star Wars thing because nobody trusted them? Shame he's not ever gonna finish the books, though. Well, he's too busy writing Elden Ring. All those witty player comments and all that. Okay, character faces, BGs, let's see. So I made like a city one. I don't like it though. I don't think I'm gonna use that. Let's see. You know, off just isn't doing it for me today. I think we'll have to find something else, unfortunately. Maybe if I was like doing the spooky parts, we could play off. But as is, it's just ramping up my tension. Okay, how about some Lagaya? We could do a little bit of that, maybe. You know what? No, wait. Let's do some Dark Cloud. That always helps. I'm always in the mood to listen to Dark Cloud. I'm so glad I've got like 8 different versions of Wise Owl Forest, whether it's got percussions or not, or the bird sound effects. See, show was going mad downhill after they ran out of direct source material, so they tanked it to get it over with. That's crazy. The same thing happened to Full Metal Alchemist, like the first anime series, but I mean, it got a little bit weird, but I wouldn't say it tanked necessarily. But yeah, I can understand how that could really throw a wrench in the works. Stopped watching Game of Thrones at the height of popularity before things got ridiculous. I should have invested in Bitcoin. Yeah, honestly, shameful display after the love that that show garnered for being a legitimately solid adaptation in its first half. Yeah. GRRM is dedicated to doing literally everything but finish The Winds of Winter. I'm so glad I never got into it, because that would really hurt me, you know. Alright, what else have we got? We've got objects new, so I think we've seen a lot of these. Ticket booths, posters, rats, cockroaches. I tried a little bit of graffiti, but I don't know how graffiti works, so it's fucking awful. I didn't pixelate, it looks pixelated because I shrunk them down, some of the scene things, so like when you read a letter, it's got it in the background. Well, if I want it to appear in the world, then it's gonna appear like a sprite. I've got a safe, I've got a fuse box, I've got, I don't know, like a bookshelf or like a filing cabinet or something with, you know, files in it. So that's that. I also had the idea for like, there's gonna be some background images I want to set the tone, you know what I mean? Like if they're outside the subway, I wanted to show the entrance to the subway, and I'm not going to be completely able to do that with the just in-game, you know? So I had the idea, if I just do it old school, like I take a photo and I apply like a dithering effect to it, and then I apply my palette to it, it kind of looks like an old school GBA cutscene, you know? Man's developed a phobia for his own original series. Still mad that I will never be able to... I can almost understand that, because I tend to develop phobias for things I'm working on too. Like, it almost feels like they get too big for me and I freak out. Like, that's honestly why I haven't gotten to Lakeview Cabin. It's, I don't know, it's just like a mental block, you know? It's hard to explain. FMA, Hellsing, Shaman King, a lot of them ended up diverting a lot from the original material since they caught up too fast. Yep. Yeah, that's right. The first run of Hellsing was awful. Just weird. But thank goodness Hellsing Ultimate, or OVA, or whatever it's called, came out. Oh yeah, another Half-Life 3 situation, isn't it? Okay, so these are the scenes that I've kind of whipped up. A lot of them are works in progress and stuff. But yeah, so basically, it's not great. I need to apply dithering to where I erase the original name of the whatever street that was. But it kind of looks like semi-legit, you know what I mean? The dithering ain't half bad. Who's calling me? Ooh. Let's see. So like outside the restrooms where you last see Naomi, where she walks in and stuff. Or maybe I'll have it like actually in the restroom. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just keeping it open. Pretty easy to burn out, especially how popular the series became. Can't imagine the weight it carries now. Getting it right. Okay, you're gonna have to stop. Am I gonna have to turn you off for like 3 seconds? Alright. It's in the clothes basket now. I'm definitely gonna forget I did that and look for my phone for like half an hour. Can actually relate on Fearing Unknown's creation. I have that for my very tabletop I've ever run. Yeah, it's too big for me to ever finish, honestly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm doing this game. I just want a small game that I can crank out, although it's slowly becoming bigger, I think. Yeah, we'll see. And I've got 2 different convenience store ones. Which one do you guys like better? This one? Or this one? So you can say 1 or 2. And I'll just have to take your guys' word for it. Oh, by the way, tragedy has struck. I lost the notepad file that had all our stuff on it when I did that restart before the Eve stream. I forgot to save it, so I lost a lot of the names that we had. So if you guys suggested a name, re-suggest it to me. You guys like 1 better? Okay, 1 it is then. If you're buying stuff or talking to people, if you're just in there generally. Yeah. This feels like more like a convenience store to you? Yeah, okay then. Alright, well, I'm glad I've got some input on that. Alright, what else is there? I think that's about it. I didn't do many new tiles since last we checked in. Let's see, Weird How Got and the Melancholy of Excuse me are similar, both extremely popular and disappeared from pop culture after a bad season. Did it? I kind of missed the boat on the Melancholy. Oh no, not the notepad. I know! Wicker Avenue was my suggestion. Yes, actually I've got that. In fact, let me see here. Oh, great, go ahead and crash. Cool. Alright, give me a second. I forget that my notebook app likes to crash whenever I'm in landscape mode. Like, it flat out will not. If I leave it and then come back, it doesn't do so well. Oh yeah, Hellsing Ultimate was awesome. It really was, wasn't it? Only name was Midnight Station. Midnight Station's really good. I ended up going Terminal Station though. It feels like it's a little meaner, you know. Midnight Station's really good though. Okay. So I lied. It's not gonna be an art stream. I've lied to and misled you guys, although not necessarily on purpose. So I'm thinking of going with Wicket rather than Wicker, just because, Wicker Man, I don't know, Wicker Basket. Wicket is a little more ambiguous, so I think I'll... Astor Park, that's right, thank you. Alright, let me go ahead and add that to my new notepad, which definitely will not share the same fate. I really appreciate it. Okay, and I also have some new ones, Antioch and Galfast, so something to look into, I guess. Terminal Station, that's ominous, I like it, right? Terminal Station feels like death. Yeah, exactly. Naming things is hard. It absolutely is. So what I've got here is I've got the dialogue. I wanted to work a little bit on the dialogue. If not the specifics, then just like placeholder dialogue. You know what I mean? I need something to put in. Now that I've got the sprites and their faces and some background and some tiles that'll... This is a little too heavy. And some tiles that I can, put around the world and some objects and items. I need to work on a little bit of dialogue. Okay, so if we refer to the, let me see here, it should be here, subway, man. All right, we've got a nutshell. Okay, so Kat and friend Naomi are out in NY. I was thinking of, there's also a lot of underground passages in Chicago and Philadelphia. Like, I've heard, like, there's, like, 60 miles of abandoned tunnels in Chicago and Philadelphia. It feels like it would almost be a little bit more believable for the game to take place there. So I'm really on the fence of where to have this game, you know what I mean? Nice Firelink Shrine wallpaper. Yeah, good stuff, isn't it? It looks much better in portrait mode, I promise. So yeah, it's either going to be New York, Chicago, or Philadelphia. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if it matters too much because it's all going to become pretty much the same once she's in the tunnels. Is that where all the rat people live? Yes, that's where the sewer raves happen. Okay, so let me see if I can move this over here. There we go. So the game starts off with black screen. So it's going to have to almost be like the script of a play or a movie or something. I'm going to have to describe the visuals a little bit so I don't forget and leave them out later on. You could always set it in a fictional city. I would, but I also, technically it's believable that there's disused tunnels and like offices that hasn't been touched since the 60s, you know, that have been documented by urban explorers. So it's either going to be NY, Chicago. Where is Chicago again? Chicago. It's up, and I think it's where Markiplier's from. Cincinnati? Ohio? Chicago is somewhere. I don't know, man. And then Philadelphia. I don't know where that one is either. I did at one point when I was in school, but after not... wait, I don't even know how to spell it. But after not thinking about these things, I just... The brain space goes to other things. Chicago would be a better place since it's literally a scary place. So many notes and maps and plans and graphics. I can't do any of that in my games. I just rush it for in-engine stuff and they end up horrible. Yeah, that's actually, I have the opposite. You can always tell who's got a programming brain and who's got an art brain. The artists make a bunch of assets, art, concept art, architecture, characters, faces, and then have no way to actually code because, you know, small brain, art brain. So they just end up with a bunch of assets that they can't put in the game. And then you probably get programmers that just dive right into the code and then just get stuck there too. Chicago is a third world country on American soil. Illinois. Okay, Illinois. There we go. Abandoned tunnels, and also there are maintenance stations that are not yet... Okay, wait, still not a human. Are you talking about Chicago, or... Which one are you talking about? Let's see. It's in Illinois. Okay, yeah. Abandoned tunnels, and also there are maintenance stations, yeah. Bottom edge of Lake Michigan. Some reason sometimes referred to as Chirac. Oh my gosh. Well, apparently Jussie Smollett can walk around getting Subway at like 4 a.m. and you know, nothing bad happens to him, so I don't know. Regarding the door that's locked off or seems off, it can have railings around it, and the door built one below. Catherine's ooh. So she needs to find a way up there. That's actually a good idea. Like in the tunnel, right? Yeah, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. So like in the tunnel, like it's a large one, and the whole tunnel, maybe, I don't know if this is what you meant, but this is what I'm taking it as. So it's bricked off, like man-made bricked off, not like it was made to be bricked off. And then like at the top, it's just a door or something, and that's it. And maybe you have to like find a ladder or something to get up to it. Although that would... I haven't told you guys what happens after you open the door, because I'm keeping that as a spoiler, as a secret, so maybe not. But that's a really cool imagery. I really like that. Just like this impossible door. Have those photos ever creeped you out, where you see like just like a stairway leading to nowhere, or a door that opens up to like a 2-story drop or something? Or the suicide? No one knows. Chicago fades in and out of existence. I'm jealous of art brains. They get to create so many beautiful, amazing things. The images in my head never get out properly. Yeah, me neither. I mean, it's serviceable, but really, I'm like a tier, like out of 10, I'm like a tier 3, I think. Chicago, Western New York State, touching the Great Lakes. Ooh, Chicago had to elevate the entire city in the late 1800s due to health concerns. Also created skyscraper industry. Really? So it would make perfect sense if when they had to elevate the city, a lot of tunnels got left behind. Although the tunnels I'm looking at are going to be semi-modern. Like, I want them to look like they had railways there and offices and notes and documents and stuff. But that's fantastically interesting. Oh, no, wrong. Okay, sorry, don't mind me, I'm just typing up on the notepad. Okay. Acting sure isn't a strong point. No, it was not. General subways, it's happened in most subways, I think. Hold up, that sounds like an OSHA violation. All these casual sketches would take me literally 100 times. Well, I'm just winging it. This is just concept art, which my brain accepts because normally it's never happy with what I do and I keep messing with it. You can view the YouTube first story link to... okay, thank you for the DM. I'll have to look at that. United States are an OSHA violation. I love impossible stairways. They tickle the brain. Yeah. And that was the last folly that the people of Springfield took part in, except the escalator to nowhere. Chicago actually does have freight tunnels below the city, by the way. The only thing is that they are from the early 1900s. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So this is good. We'll have to put this somewhere else, though. Sorry, dude. There we go. We'll put this in the concept art sketches. Okay, so black screen. Okay, Naomi... Gosh, I write so slow. I wonder if this would be better typed. I don't know, but sometimes I feel like handwriting is the perfect speed for my brain because my brain oftentimes can't catch up to my fingers when I'm typing. So, Naomi, sorry, if this feels like really drawn out, I'm sorry. Naomi telling Kat to... Also, don't mind my writing. It's really messy whenever I'm doing this. Like, I'm looking through the paper. Like, I'm not even looking at what I'm writing. It's weird. I get this weird stare. So it's going to be messy. I'm just focusing on trying to put it all down, basically. Okay. So Naomi's telling Kat to cheer up. And I'm going to have her mention that's why... Or, why do you think I took you out? I need to be careful. I just need this to be placeholder. I can clean it up later. Why do you think I took you out to a club? Blah, 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 so you would stop moping. Okay, so with this, we establish, without having to, like, take the player to the club and then leaving the club, that Kat is upset with something, and that Naomi is the one that's forcing her out of her shell a little bit, and that they've also gone to a club. So there you go. That establishes that. It pretty much answers the who are we and why are we out. You know, it gets the personality down, I think, if that makes any sense at all. Okay. So now we have to really think about why Kat's upset. It's definitely got something to do with either her boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend. I'm guessing probably the old cliche of cheating or something, or maybe he broke up to go to college or whatever. Maybe she's worried about being left behind, which just happened. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be vague in the beginning, so I don't necessarily have to figure it out right now. A true creative has quick and messy notes to get down the details before they are forgotten. Yeah, exactly. It's if I don't get them down, they'll be gone like 3 minutes. It's ridiculous. Is his writing speed the same as Ringo Starr's talking speed? No. So we're gonna have Kat say something like, so she's not, I don't want her to be interpreted as the typical cliche. One is really outgoing and dumb, the other is really introverted and smart. It's hard to get a read on Kat's personality as of yet because, she's gone through a little bit of something where she's mopey, so. But she's gonna have a little bit of, it's gonna show a little bit of pushback, a little bit of wit, so it's gonna show she's not a complete pushover. It's been less than, I don't want to say a week, because I feel like a week would definitely be too long for her to be acting like this and to still have his picture on her phone. It's only been, okay, there we go. It's only been a day. It's only been a day. Shouldn't I get... We can remove that like if it's making her sound too Valley Girl. Shouldn't I get like a mandatory grieving time? No, not mandatory. Shouldn't I get a... What's the word I'm looking for here? Like a typical grieving time? Shouldn't I get a typical grieving period? Standard period to grieve? Alright. It's only been a day. Shouldn't I get like a standard period to grieve? Okay, I like that. I like that. Let's see. Oh god, your model keeps getting more and more cursed. How was Eve? Eve was great. We beat the game. We got a bunch of endings, including the good ending. Now I'm working on finding the 2 pictures that I missed in order to gain access to the secret dungeon or whatever. Oh heck, that's a cute ghosty. Yeah, hi MissKittens. God, how do I pronounce the name? Ckyeli Kyo was the one that made it. So really, really grateful. She can express some disinterest in the club given that it's not a good place to ease her nerves. Yeah, exactly. Like, to be honest, I don't know how when you're upset you would go to a club. It's loud, it's noisy, there's a bunch of weirdos in there, someone may spike your drink. Like, I don't know. I think that's just a personality thing. You can tell that Naomi likes the club and Kat maybe doesn't, or maybe she's just not in the mood. Valley girls are best girls though, just ask Flock. Standard time for mourning, grieving period. Yeah. Shouldn't I at least get some time to mourn at least? Yeah, something like that. Okay, so we'll do another one. Shouldn't I at least get some time to mourn in peace? Alright, Naomi. Peace? Who wants peace? Let's see. Are they in college? I'm gonna say they're roommates in college or something. Sure. Being cooped up in your room, staring at pictures is bad for your soul, or maybe mental health. She's a little too on the nose for mental health. Staring at pictures, being cooped up in your room staring at pictures is bad for the soul. You gotta hit the ground running. Alright. I think the in peace is important because it shows her on... Yeah. Oh, wait, I already read that. They came across as junior, senior college students. Yes, good. Rumi's paying $1,000 a month. Plot was Naomi is a lunch lady by day and hard peace is peace. Are they also high school friends? Maybe. I don't know. Shoot, maybe they aren't. So... Here's the thing, like, it's a real cliche to have the boyfriend, like, get caught cheating or something, because it makes for almost like an easy one-sided villain. But, you know, what if he's leaving to go to a different college or something, and they're staying there to attend, like, a community college? Maybe he got a scholarship or something, so, like, he's not a villain. He has to do what's right for his career and his education, and if that means, you know, being able to get a scholarship somewhere, that's his choice. But on the other side of things, you can also understand why the girlfriend's gonna feel basically, you know, like maybe they were going out for a year, basically cast aside as something that's less important. Like I really like conflicts where it's not, oh, him bad, her good, you know, like, oh, him cheat, her, you know, right to be mad or something. It's, you know, just people growing out of each other. Peace is a lie, there's only power. Reasons for breakup: not cheating, moving, loss of interest, coming out as gay. Actually happened to a girl. Catherine, listen, I'm so oh, like, I get it, like, Like, there's nothing wrong with that happening, but it does, and it's not fair that it happens to the girlfriend, but it almost like, wow, you know, dating you really made him realize that he just is not into women. Just, like, it's not fair to have those thoughts, but there's always that, like, almost funny way to look at it. No, I don't. As funny as that might be, I'd probably go with something a little less nuanced. Just he's leaving, I think. Let's see. Almost no one has ever truly 100% the bad guy. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not going with like a really simplified version of it. The boyfriend has no fault in the breakup. It can make the situation more tragic for Catherine. Exactly, because there's nothing for her to blame it on except for herself. Yeah, there's no crying, there's no screaming, there's no like bitch fits or whatever. It's just she feels abandoned, you know, and she's moping, and he's not bad for wanting to go pursue his goals. Yeah, so she's really conflicted because you're not allowed to be mad at anyone. There's a certain comedic value to it. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, yeah, there's no righteous indignation. You gotta hit the ground running. Go out. Have some fun. Meet people. Let your hair down. Have new experience. Go out. Have some fun. Have new experiences. Let your hair down for a change. Which is funny because Kat has hers in a ponytail. I wonder if Atomic is here. I just rolled Astolfo in Fate Grand Order, and I immediately thought of him. Have new experiences. Let your hair down for a change. There we go. Let's see. Let me have a broad overlook here. Okay, Naomi telling Kat to cheer up. Why do you think I took you out to a club? So you could stop moping. It's only been a day, and shouldn't I get at least some time? Wait, shouldn't I at least get some time to mourn in peace? Peace? Who wants peace? Being cooped up in your room staring at pictures is bad for the soul. You gotta hit the ground running. Go out, have some fun. Well, I feel like have new experiences and have some fun is to meet new people. There we go. Meet new people. Let your hair down for a change. Oh, that doesn't need an exclamation. It's too small. Okay. Alright, I need, they're done with the club. Like, they went out, and they tried to have some fun, but Kat's being, kind of a wet blanket a little bit. I rolled Astolfo too many times and didn't even want him. Will Catherine be intoxicated in some way when this happens? Maybe a little bit, but not enough to, like, really be noticeable, at least at first. I think I could possibly raise it as, you know, well, maybe someone slipped you something right before we got out of the club, or something, and it's kicking in. Or I don't know. Catherine's ex is the guy from 12 Minutes. He left Catherine for his sister. They go see Morbius at the local sim. All crises are involved. There are no more problems in Catherine's life. Good ending. Oh no. I'm glad. At the time, I was glad I didn't bother going to see it, but now that it's become an absolute meme, I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't. Okay, let your head down for a change. I don't want this to be too on the nose. I might have to change this. Right. Except some dark, overstuffed club isn't really prime for, what's the word here? But getting shoved around. That's half the fun. Cat's just gonna sigh. Sigh. Naomi's gonna look worried here because she's not a one-note friend. So I'll have to do the worried sprite face, whatever. And then she's gonna drop the act a little bit. Look. And then she's gonna level with her. What is she gonna say, though? Look, the way I see it... What happened... wasn't your fault. So why... Okay, so I want it to be vague. I don't want it just expedition dump exactly what happened. Although I'm worried with this line of speaking, it might give the player the wrong idea that the guy's dead. Oh shoot, let me go ahead and fix this. It's, for whatever reason, it's cutting off. How do I do that? Where are you? There you are. How do you always manage to shift every single time? There we go. Ask yourself, what would Morbius' actual legal name of the character do? He'd scream it's Morbin time, and then he'd morb all over everybody. Wake up, Kath, what happened isn't your fault, so what do you do? Completely avoid exposition dumps. Yeah, exactly. Like, she's not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, it's really sad that your boyfriend decided to go to college out of state and leave you behind, but what can you do? I'm getting real close to that, but I need to avoid it. So let's just read it one more time. Okay, cheer up. Why do you think I took you out to the club? So you would stop moping. It's only been a day. Shouldn't I get at least some time to mourn in peace? Peace? Who wants peace? Being cooped up in your room staring at pictures is bad for the soul. You gotta hit the ground running. Go out, have some fun, meet new people, let your hair down for a change. Right, except some dark overstuffed club isn't really prime for doing anything but getting shoved around. That's half the fun. Look, the way I see it, what happened wasn't your fault, so why waste time feeling sorry about it? If he's going to be out living his life, why not live yours? Maybe I'll give the character a little bit of a... Oh, Alexa off. Maybe I'll give the character a choice here, and they don't differ very much, but I think it gives the character a little bit of time to engage in what they would say in that situation. I just need a little more time. Versus, maybe I suppose so. Let's see, it's not your fault, it's not his fault. Well, this lovely piece of music. Yeah, sorry, you're probably gonna be hearing it a lot. This album I have has like three different versions of the song, so it greatly raises the chance of you hearing it. Although not as much as Wise Owl Forest, which is probably gonna be coming up here in a second. No, Gallery of Time. You need to hit the ground running. Wait a minute. Let's see. I'd love to put that in there, you know. Well, if you do it too fast, or if you don't do it properly, you'll just trip and fall, or something like that. Meanwhile, the boyfriend is having his own harrowing, life-changing experience in an airport terminal. I actually really like that freaking idea. Like, it turns into a Die Hard on a plane or something. And after both games, there's a little epilogue or something where they both come together and realize their love for each other. I've never played Dark Cloud, but it seems to have a very nice soundtrack. Yeah, it's hard to get into, but it can be really fun. No need to apologize. I really appreciate the Dark Cloud shipwreck theme. Somewhat inspired a writing prompt for me if I ever feel up to writing a crime story. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a reason why my first episode of Mermaid Swamp, the first YouTube episode I ever did, had that song at the beginning. That's the sequel. Well, we could call that dead in the air, dead in the water. Dead in the, something like that. I'm not gonna do that, but snakes on a plane game. Oh, that would be funny. We could have a joke epilogue, you know what I mean? Of the boyfriend. Like, I swear to God, like the dog ending in Silent Hill, we could have a joke epilogue where, after whatever happens with Catherine concludes, there's a small scene at the end that shows the boyfriend, like, pulling his luggage into a terminal and being like, whoa, it's really empty in here all of a sudden, isn't it? Or something like that, and then, like, it just fades to black. Wait, we have Terminal Station. How about Terminal Flight? That would be amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, we've got our 2 prompts. Oops. We got our 2 prompts here. And then we'll have to do the converge. So no matter what you say, it eventually does converge into the same response. Wait a minute, I didn't even put I need. I hate it when my brain does that. I just need a little more time. Yeah. I guess I was being pushy, huh? Yeah, I guess it was being pushy, huh? I just feel like the more engaged you are, the less time you have to think. What happened? Guys, I just had an idea, and you guys have to tell me how bad it is. What if after the club they mentioned she dragged her to like a cheap fortune teller or something that like advertises on Craigslist, and then we could have maybe that play into a little bit of it. Because I want there to be a lot of leads as to what the heck is going on. Is she drugged? Is it in her head? Did she hit her head? Is she dead? Is the subway actually haunted? Let's see, the boyfriend contracted Terminal 7 in the epilogue. Terminal 7 would be a cool terminal. If you want another album, I recommend RimWorld P Music. The author is cool with creators using it. Really? RimWorld P. Oh crap, I had a list of good songs and stuff to use as well on that notepad. Alright, done. Hydrate? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Fortune-telling hot tub. Terminal departure. That'd be good. If I ever fortune teller accidentally cursed you. Yeah, exactly, you know what I mean? That would be funny. Okay, wait, hang on. No idea. This is how most of my writing goes. I skip forward like 5 pages, and I'm like, okay, now how am I going to connect the previous pages to this? Helped. Yeah, she helped. Oops, she helped herself. Guys, what's the average going rate for getting your fortune told? To 25 of your... maybe 20. 20 bucks. 20... Money well spent. How can you think that? Because it okay, so I've got like a good little bit there. Okay, how about a gotcha fortune teller? Oh god, I haven't. Oh, hang on, I'm behind. Old lady, hipster white girl with crystal, absolutely hipster white girl that talks about Reiki. Turns out boyfriend did die, and it was Catherine's fault. She took him to a sewer rave, and he accidentally fed to a giant snake. He had too much of that purple drink. He died of the bubonic plague. Let's see. Ooh, one of those old-timey fortune tell. That'd be cool, but I want this to be extremely ratchet. P-Music is actually a mod for RimWorld, a colony survival game with good space cowboy aesthetic. Going rate in money or years in hell. My grandmother paid 100% to have or $100 to have a psychic lie to her face. I don't know if this is average. Yikes. Curse insurance sold to you by the fortune teller. I should mention that. You're lucky I didn't go for the curse insurance. Package. Okay. A fortune teller can keep it short, under 10 minutes, reasonable for about 20 bucks. Okay, alright. Good morning, what is it now? Am I writing the script to the game? Yeah, I'm writing the intro. So I think I'll do that. Okay, there we go. What do they call fortune telling? Mysticism? Supernaturalism? Because she's going to say something like, man, clubbing and mysticism in one night? You're so lucky to be friends with me. Clubbing and... Let's see. Rip Fluff statistical anomaly that found the one actual fortune teller. The only fortune teller I ever saw said I would die was in the middle of typing a YouTube. No! No! Oh no. Spiritualism. Occult. Soothsaying. Ooh, I like these. Occult. And occult soothsaying. Man, clubbing and cult soothsaying all in one night. You are so lucky to be friends with me. See, I wanted to be slightly annoying, but also slightly charismatic, also slightly kind of like a fast talker. Maybe a little bit like Eddie from Ed and Eddie, but, you know, not necessarily from a money-grubbing angle. Mostly just, you know, and I think she really, a lot of it, some of it's an act. Like, she knows that Catherine gets in her head way too much, and the best way to do that is to distract her, confuse her, get her complaining about other things. So she is helping in her own way, even if in the first aspects of the game it doesn't seem like it. Here we go. I'll have the piece of paper. Your fortune's going to be on the piece of paper, and then if you use it in the inventory, maybe it'll be randomized, maybe it'll be, I don't know, but you'll get the fortune on the message. Let's see, okay. Helped? Yeah, she helped herself to your hard-earned money. Money well spent. How can you think that? Because you've been complaining about her for the last half hour instead of you-know-who. See, you're welcome. What are friends for? And don't sweat it, you can pay me back later. Pay you back? What, are you kidding me? Hey, be happy, it's only $20. I could have gone for the curse insurance package. Oh man, clubbing and occult soothsaying all in one night? You're so lucky to be friends with me. And then Kat's gonna say something a little bit spiky back. Too many M's. Okay, and then it's gonna say something like, as we passed by a convenience store. Make the fortune teller one of the Tumblr jinx who robbed bones from the graves for her witchcraft. I know exactly the story you're talking about. The old vulture that preyed on the poor men's graves in New Orleans. Yeah, that was kind of fucked. Like, the thing is, she didn't even have to brag about it. Bring Eddie's voice actor out of retirement so he can voice Naomi. Is he retired? I guess I could understand it. Doing Eddie's voice would probably destroy your throat after a while. Let's see, I have a friend like Naomi. I may need him, but I'm not sure I want him. That's how it goes. Friends don't ruin credit with crystal balls. Happy birthday, Chaos. Wait, Chaos? Wait. Did I miss that? Oh, Lord Chaos, hope I'm not too late. Also, it's my birthday today. Yeah, I think I saw that in the pre-stream of Eve. Oh, happy birthday. I hope you're doing lots of fun things, or at least, you know, treating yourself to a good meal. And everybody wishes you a happy birthday, too. It only gets worse as you get older, so you might as well have fun while you can, right? He works as an oiler now, of all things. Like, as in, like, he's an oil tycoon guy? Or, like, he works on oil rigs? Or, like, he greases up Swedish men? Like, what? What do you mean oiler? What does that mean? Okay, so I need to find some way to connect these two. And hey, didn't fortune teller say... So I wanted to do a thing here. Actually, I should probably make this its own page. I wanted to do a thing here where she says something like, hey, didn't the fortune teller say, and then she's going to say something like kind of positive and uplifting. And then Kat's going to say, no, she said, and it's like similar wording, but it's not as uplifting. In fact, it could also be foreboding considering what's going to happen later in the game. You know what I mean? That fortress say you've... Something like, you know, that you're gonna meet a tall, dark, and handsome, and it's like, no, she says I'm going to be seeing lots of darkness, or something like that. I'm gonna be, there's big darkness in my future, or something like that. Backstage worker at Mr. Universe. Greasing up Swedish men is a profession. I don't think so. I hope not. Damn, I had money writing on him oiling up Swedish men. Oh, he works in oil rigs. Gotcha. My dad used to roughneck, like, in his young years, and my god, that is scary work. I hope he's, like, management. So did this track, Memories, always reminds me of Suteki Dani. Does it? The Grease Swede. Good name for a background shop. Yeah, that is a pub if I've ever heard of one. Bluffer for Swedish film industry. Oh yeah, didn't she say you've got big changes? And she says, no, I've got, future events will change me forever. No, she said... Didn't that fortune teller say you've got some... I need to connect these. She said you'll be stepping through to the other side. You know, that's gotta mean getting out of this funk. You'll be stepping to the other side, crossing over. I need it not to be as on the nose. Works with heavy machinery. Wow. Let's see. Hearing this brainstorming session is actually helping my creation of a D&D character happening right now. Yeah, it's funny when you hear people's like gears turning, sometimes it turns your own a little bit. You're going to meet many shadowy figures, darkness, shadows, phantoms, and the end. Yeah, a little too on the nose. That will change your outlook forever, or... Wait. Something is some placeholder. Something that will make your current worries seem minuscule in comparison. Okay. Hey, didn't that fortune teller say something about how all okay, there we go. I'm already there. How all your problems would go away? No, she said that soon all my worries would seem like a pleasant dream. Implying that in comparison. Oh god, Saturn's movement in your upper house will cause stress. Hey, didn't that fortune teller say something about how all your problems would go away after today? Go away soon? No, she said that after today, i.e. midnight, after today, all my worries and suffering would seem like a pleasant dream. All my current worries and sufferings would seem like a pleasant dream. Same thing. No, what the fortune teller said was I would be chased through the subway by a giant shadow monster made of teeth. I wonder what she meant by that. Oh, that's a good one. Who said that? Still not a human. By the way, I still have not had a chance to address most DMs. I know somebody has offered to maybe make some music. I'm still on the fence about what kind of music I want. I'm this close to maybe after I get like a working, playable something with, you know, good screenshots and examples and concept art. Maybe I can go and beg Drakvi for using some of his songs, whether or not I have to pay or not. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much. Well, we'll have to look into that. I'll get back to you, to the person that offered music. Let's see. I lost it. I said something else and I lost it. All your would be left behind. Would... Okay, I need to be careful here. Would be left behind. Okay, so I know I've got some options there. I can probably craft a good sentence out of it. Same thing. You really think so? I feel like it isn't. And from this dialogue, I can kind of... I'm making the faces as I write it. I'm glad that I don't have anyone here or that I don't have a VTube model going. But this also gives me an idea of what kind of expressions I want to put on the characters' face sheets. Because, you know, there's the typical ones, smile, sad, scared, whatever. But then there's also some specific ones. Like, there's a face Cat is gonna make here if I can be bothered to draw it. And it's kind of like a... I feel like it, like, kind of like a wincy kind of look, so... And now I'm gonna try and connect these two together. Either way, I'm just glad to see it helped. Helped? Yeah, she helped herself to your hard-earned money. Money well spent. How can you think that? Because you've been complaining about her for the last half hour instead of you-know-who. I'm gonna have to make a certain face for Cat there. See, you're welcome. What are friends for? And don't sweat it, you can pay me back later. Pay you back? What, are you kidding me? Hey, be happy, it's only $20. I could have gone for the curse insurance package. Man, clubbing and soothsaying all in one night? You are so lucky to be friends with me. I've already been through one breakup. What's another? Hey, As we pass by a convenience store, Naomi grabs... Now, here's another thing I've always struggled with, like in all my writing. It's, to a lesser degree, it's point of view. Because, you know, there's first person, like, you know, Harry looked in the sink and saw that there was a glass of beans there. You know, that's like third person. And I think there's second person, but I'm not familiar with that one as much. And then there's like first person, where it's, I looked into the sink and saw there was a glass of beans there. You know, I think I'm going with first person, but the thing that's way more hard for me is the tense. Like, for instance here, for this guy, should I be saying, as we passed by a convenience store, Naomi grabbed my arm and dragged me inside? That's like past tense. Should I be doing present tense? Like, as we passed by a convenience store, Naomi grabs my arm and drags me inside. Like, which is better? Which is more common? I have no idea. I end up switching tenses all the time in my writing, and it really bugs me. And I guess it's not the hardest thing to go in and edit, because you just, you know, change it from past to present, but... I don't know. You see your reflection in the mirror. You realize this. This is second person. Oh, you! I see. Okay, so third is Harry saw, second is you saw, and first is I saw. That's so weird. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going with I. Oh, NS is going. Bye, Noah. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Got a lot of stuff tomorrow. Thanks for the stream and good luck brainstorming. Thanks for coming by. Winky face. It just seems like a winker. I've got a winky face, actually. I'd show you, but if I leave the notepad and come back, it'll crash. Why don't you imitate... I mean, don't you imitate the faces you're currently drawing? That's what I do. Yes, that's exactly what I do. Hey, what in the sink now? It's just an example. Don't get hung up on the beans. Keep it past tense. Present tense works well for games that aren't particularly literature-inspired. What did Perret M. Haru use? Thank you, Wordsmith. Oh, you guys didn't see the alert. Good. I have an alert with Wordsmith, and it's like, it's time to write. It's like, thank you. Every day at 11:45, it tells me that. Okay. Perret M. Haru. Game. I'm so happy. Whenever you Google that, my uploading comes up for the best ending or whatever. Oh, my old stream starting soon screen. That was good stuff. Okay, I need to find a bit of introspection. Let's see. What a beautiful feeling it is to be underneath the blue sky once more. Okay, so that's present tense. Okay, let me find a different one. Because this is the good ending one. I need to have the bad ending. Wow, that stream was really 4 hours, wasn't it? Boy, we slapped hard back then. It was just such a good game, though. It really did make you want to keep playing. Wordsmith is Duolingo for writers? No, I think it's, I forget what it does, but I think it lets you organize some stuff. Present tense doesn't have that kind of implied... Oh, wait, let me see. Somebody's talking. Past tense implies Catherine is retelling the strange events of the subway trip. This implies she's guaranteed to survive. That's a good point. Empty Soul has tipped $10. Wow, thank you. I hope you're having fun. Save notepad first. What am I gonna call it, though? And also I have like a million desktop notepads for like stuff I wanted to write and do. I feel like it'll just be there. I feel like it's bad luck. If I save it, it like won't happen. The game won't be finished. If it's Catherine narrating the story, she's likely retelling a story that's happened. Oh, I should probably make it present tense. Because, you know, well, I remember. It was just like it was yesterday, which spoils the fact that the narrator survives. 11:45 at night. Well, that's basically when it's easiest to write for me. So yeah, I know. All my best ideas come at night. It's 11 already? Well, gotta go to sleep. Good night, MissKittens. Thank you for coming by. And you did a great job with that horror game. That was a really good game. And I'm glad it wasn't too scary. Past and present text can be interchangeable if you're retelling it in real time. I guess so. You can write it ambiguous and have transitions be descriptive. The convenience store was filled with the scent of cheap cleaner and spilled soda. I like that. See, and that's the question though. Should it be the convenience store was filled with the scent of cheap cleaner and spilled soda, or this convenience store is filled with the scent of... I feel like present tense helps the player get into the moment. You know what I mean? This is rough. I honestly think tiredness does help out with creativity. Maybe depression does too, I don't know. Bro, it's 7 a.m. for me. Good night, MissKittens. Oh no. Well, no. I thought you meant you were going off of, well, if it's 11 for me, then it's way later for you. No, I know it's like super late wherever you are. Italy, yeah, all these places is super late, except for Australia. It's bright and early. Or maybe no, it's afternoon. Would be nice if it depended which ending. You can switch it to present or past if it's bad. Let's see. So present tense sounds good for now. Present tense it is. The problem is I naturally write in past tense, I think. Okay, so here's the difference. Let's see. And I can use past for this one. As we passed by, she grabs, this is rough. Let's see. As we passed by the convenience store, it's just the little things that like really mess me up. As we passed by a convenience store, Naomi grabs my arm. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna keep it present. As we passed by a I hate. There we go. Convenience store, comma. Naomi grabs my arm and drags me inside. There we go. I'll let you guys look at that for a second. I'll try that RimWorld P thing. I've also got to get a... Let's see. I'll have to look for that. RimWorld P music. So is it all chill, or do I have to like go in and sift through like tense ones intermixed? It's 2 p.m. Or the scent of cheap cleaner and spilled soda hangs in the air. Yeah, see, you guys are so descriptive. Oh my gosh, did Project Cat actually get a release, like a full release? Like, I played the demo for that. I guess it's fully out, isn't it? Okay, let me see here. We'll give it a try. Actually, let's take a little bit of a break. I need a refill. I'll keep it on Dark Cloud while I'm gone, just so that way if it pops up and it's like not like super hectic music, it won't be playing while I'm gone. Let's see, sift through it? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that. Nem, if you find notes around, will they have different levels and conditions, such as water blotches, ink blotches, coffee stains, weathered, slightly torn, blood-coated? If you find notes around, will they have different levels and conditions? Well, let me see here. This is what I've got so far. I've got slightly different backgrounds depending on the source. Like we've got book, we've got folded note, we've got printed paper, we've got handwritten note on note paper that's been folded, we've got newspaper. I could make versions that have got some blood splatters on it, or coffee stains. Otherwise, though, that's probably going to be a very small detail to put on the back. Please tell me I misheard and it's not RimWorld P. It is called RimWorld P Music, as in P, the letter. So, yeah, Cat in a Box, it's been out for a while. I've got so many games I need to play. Alright, get some Pepsi. I actually do have a single, like the last Nitro Pepsi, but I would have to be insane to drink it right now. Alright, because they are insanely caffeinated compared to regular Pepsi. Alright, I'll leave you guys with this music. I'll see you in a second. P as in pterodactyl, chill. Listen, MissKittens, it can be whatever P you want it to be. It's P for Poland, actually. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, I am back. Let's have a look. All right, so far so good. I'm keeping my eye on it, but otherwise, seems good. Okay. And sure enough, it crashed. Yeah, it just does not like landscape mode, which is fortunate because 9 times out of 10 I'm writing I'm writing in, what's the word? Portrait mode. And back. About to catch these Z's if we're talking letters. So why did they call it P for why did they call it P for pterodactyl anyway? Oh, Vamplords also had a birthday. Happy birthday, Vamplords. Time is a morbing concept. Oh boy. Okay, so as we pass by a convenience store, Naomi grabs my arm and drags me inside. Okay, let's get... Is that too loud? Let me know if the music's just a bit too loud. Greek, Latin, petro means wings or feather. Really? I always thought petra meant stone. Like petrichor is like Petra, and then ichor, which is that, you know, if you've ever wondered why it smells weird when after a rain, that's why I think stones or like soil actually release certain like smells right after rain. Let's see, all silent letters were made purely to confuse and enrage people. Petition to change pterodactyl to pterodactyl. Yeah. Because you pee yourself in terror with the pterodactyl. I always loved Petrie, you know? And it wouldn't make any sense if his name were just Tree, you know? Well, the author is Pepsin. I said pterodactyl because as well as... You fucking gaslit us? Rimworld P music is not because pterodactyl? I took that completely seriously. The P is silent, so pterodactyl is pronounced pterodactyl. I know, but if there's a P there, why wouldn't I pronounce it, right? Like, why don't I just leave the P off if it's never going to be pronounced? It doesn't add anything to the word. Petrichor. Yeah, like, if I were, like, I probably would use Petrichor as a pet name. Maybe I could make that, the dev thing. See, this is me being stupid and just writing down a funny word that I like, and I'm like, oh, that word's kind of cool. I know, I could, if I'm gonna release this game, I could do it under the name Petrichor. And then 10 years later, I'm gonna be like, fucking idiot, why did I even do that? Like, do I associate with that name? No, I just think it's cool. Let's see, how do you spell Petrichor anyway? Oh, that's not, wow, okay, it's not a silent P. I mean, you know what I mean. Petrichor. Kind of sounds like Stardew Valley music just a bit. Alright, what does dactyl mean in Greece? Greek, I think it's... Isn't there like a word for where you have like 6 fingers on one hand? Doesn't it have to do with like the spread of your hands or something? I think Petrie is Neo-Latin. Dactyl means finger. I knew it! Fingers or toes, yes. Poppy taught me what petrichor was. Oh, like the weird singer chick when she was doing like the whatchamacallit, when she made those weird videos. That's how I feel about night. Pronounce the K, damn it. Remember when PewDiePie used to pronounce it knif? I've got a knif. Oh, those were good times. You could just make it a silent P and pronounce it etrichor. Oh wait, that's actually really good. It sounds like a new music genre though. Alright. I got a little bit loud, didn't it? It's the music that plays while you're planning your base, rice fields, cocaine fields, and bedrooms for your colonists. The golden era of PewDiePie, yeah. That was the golden era for, like, YouTubers as well. Anybody could make it big. Okay. Hey, let's get something to drink. Hey, are you guys allowed to eat on the subway? Like, is there a sign saying no eating? If there is, I'm gonna have Catherine bring that up. For the subway. Back to... And then they're gonna say hometown name. Like, do subways take you to different towns, or do they just take you to different streets? Can you get from, like, a kind of like an inner city urban thing to... Well, okay. Yeah, how does this work, come to think of it? So they're in kind of like an inner city area, and then they're going to the outskirts, because I imagine a subway is definitely not going to be going to, like, more suburban areas. So do they just get out, like, at the nearest stop of the metro to where they're going and then, like, call an Uber? Would it not be cheaper just to have an Uber go the whole way? I don't understand how any of this works. City life is weird. And Norway were allowed, but no smoking on the subway here? I should have that be like a Witch's House-esque death ending, where if you try to light a cigarette on the subway, something happens and you die. Wait, what track is this? It isn't Owl's Forest, I don't think. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Rimworld P music. I had VLC paused, so it was still showing while I'm on YouTube right now. If they catch you eating on the subway, the staff are legally required to throw you out the window while it's in motion. But you're not allowed to eat while taking the subway train. What about drinks? Subways extend the urban sprawl. They would connect cities that would reincorporate under unified government for utility purposes. Yeah, I hate that I have to say Rimworld P music. In USA, I think subways are only in the largest of cities, and they only stay in the major metropolitan areas. There are only 15 subway systems in the entire USA. Yeah, so, like, say they're in, like, Chicago or Philadelphia, and they went to the city to, like, go to a club and maybe get their fortune told, right? Now they're heading back to kind of a slightly more suburban area. Why wouldn't they just take an Uber or something? Because I do want them to be slightly unfamiliar with city life, like they know how to do it and go about it, but they don't live in the city. They don't live in apartments or whatever. At least not city apartments. I bring you guys good music, and this is how you repay me? Mockery and pee? One of the clubs in Manhattan, and they need to go to Queens or something. Yeah, I don't want them to be living in this. Also, apparently Silent Hill has a subway for some reason. Silent Hill 3 has a subway. I don't know if 2 and 1 do. Ubers here might vary. We got public transport maybe. So would it be a normal thing to take a subway as far out as you can, like close to where you're going, and then have an Uber pick you up? Ubers here might vary. My country bum would ride the train thinking it's effective. Are they going back to their college? If so, maybe they want to take their usual college bus back. Oh, that's a good point. They could take the I forgot about the bus. Buses are a thing. So they can take the metro, they can take the subway, right, and then catch a bus ride to wherever they are. I don't want them to be at a college dorm. I know I originally said I did, but the boyfriend is going to a different college, which means that it would be weird if she were already in college and he weren't going to that college and then he went to another, So I don't want them to be college yet. Maybe they're just fresh out of high school or something. Okay, so I think that's how we're going to do it. Subway and then bus home is the plan. You're gonna make a dog ending in your game? Yeah, we're thinking about it. Let's get something to drink for the subway ride back to, and then town, whatever. Didn't you drink enough? Although I don't know if that's a normal thing to say to someone. Like if someone says, because technically drinking alcohol dehydrates you, so it would make sense that she were thirsty even after clubbing. Didn't you have enough to drink at the club? Didn't you have enough to drink at the club? Come on. You know what they say. Maybe they went to a concert. Do they have concerts in cities? Cause honestly, like Kat's criticism of concerts would be just as valid of a concert versus a club. You know, it's dark, you get shoved around, and it's cramped. Come on, you know what they say. Hydrate or dihydrate. And then Kat's just gonna be like, no one says that. Am I allowed to mention Coke or Pepsi in my game? Like, don't they typically have Coke and Pepsi blurred out, like, so they don't get sued? Like, am I allowed to have Naomi say, hey, are you a Coke person or a Pepsi person? Wait, why should I bother? I should just have fun names. Okay, guys, I need some silly names for Coke and Pepsi. Like, Beppis is a good one, I think. Smoke or Bepsi? Doke or Bepsi? You know what I mean? Beppis. Yeah, so Beppis is the obvious one. What about Coke? Poke? No one says that, only you. Bepsi. No one says that. So I could end it there, or only you. Okay, now fade in. Wait, when the black is going away, is that called a fade out or a fade in? It's gotta be fade in. Fade in, convenience. Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna move the dialogue over here. Actually, no. I forget. I'm so used to highlighting and circling things on the drawing program that it's a bit different here, and that kind of throws me through a loop. I feel like I've only gotten just, like, less than a page in a Word document done. I hate this. Okay, as, only you. Okay, so the convenience store background is used. Hey, let's get something to drink for the subway ride back to blank. Didn't you have enough to drink at the club? Wait a minute. What happened to hydrate, dihydrate? Wait a minute, what? Guys, what happened to hydrate, dihydrate? Did I hallucinate writing that? Okay, something is weird. I swear I wrote hydrate, dihydrate. Am I just tired? Am I not? I actually wrote that, didn't I? Okay, it definitely wasn't here, was it? Oh, there it is. Okay, give me a heart attack, why don't you? How did I miss this? I wonder if subways have water fountains. Oh, I haven't looked at chat in a second. Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola. I like that. I fucking like that. I misread what you said, but I like what I came up with. Okay. So now it's going to get a little bit more scattered because the player is going to have control of the character. Okay, guys, what should the options be? Coca-Cola. What should the last soda be, guys? I'm relying on you. Sergeant Rush, Mrs. Cherry, Large Marge. Fade to black, picture starts to form, entrance to the... Yeah, exactly. So it'll go from the side streets to the convenience store. I shouldn't have it black that whole time. Croak for Coke. Coca-Cola. Oh, that would be really fun. Coca-Cola. Damn, and it would fit the frog theme too. Wait. When I'm writing, it can take over 4 hours to get 400 words and you get used to it. I hate it though. I'm hallucinating again. No, you wrote it but cleared the page. You definitely wrote it. Good. I am a Pepsi connoisseur myself, you see. Defoe JPEG. Do you have a colored pen to write with? Yeah, I got tons up here. And I got a highlighter too, which is pretty cool. Croak for Coke. There's a frog on the can. Sorry for rewriting this. I think that's a great idea. Dr. Mint. Choca-Cola? No. Pepsi. Poca-Coke. Poca-Cola. Casey instead of RC. Mocha-Cola. Sprite. I fucking love Sprite. You guys all had some extremely clever ones. Sprite. Alright, and then maybe like Miss Cherry or whatever. Well, there were some good ones up above. Let me see. Last one. Oh, I can't find it. Mrs. Cherry, Sergeant Rush. This is the last one. Mountain Fume. Mountain Sweat. Oh, maybe like Pocari Sweat, like instead of Mountain Dew, it's Mountain Sweat. Dr. Mint. Maybe Dr. Salt would be kind of funny. Dr. Peeper. I hate you. Dr. Salt maybe. Dr. Salt. Dr. Pepsi. Who's gonna sue me? Both of them. Last one. Bonk. What does Bonka stand in for? Falta. Frantic. Mr. Pepper. Last one. Maybe 4. Maybe I'll just leave it at 4. Mr. Pepper, he lost his medical license due to malpractice, I'm sure. Okay, here we go. So this will be during the phase where player has control. So Naomi's gonna be at the freezer. Hey, cat. What kind of soda do you like? Maybe instead of do you like, are you a fan of? And then for the time being, it doesn't matter what you select. Naomi's gonna be like, whoa, I never knew that. So it's a pointless question for the moment. Maybe we can customize responses, but for now it's just a tiny thing. Okay, Biohazard. You can choose the soda she gets, and you need to choose a specific one for the joke ending. I read Coca-Cola as Pokemon-a-Cola phonetically. That would be fun. Okay, no one says that, only you. So we pass by a convenience store, Naomi grabs my arm and drags me inside, fade in. Hey, let's get something to drink for the subway ride back to blank. Don't you have enough to drink at the club? Didn't you have enough to drink at the club? Come on, you know what they say, hydrate or dihydrate. No one says that, only you. And then, I'll grab something from the freezer. Be right back. There we go. And now player control. Now here's going to be a slightly different, because, you know, writing a narrative is one thing, but writing another kind of just, you can talk to NPCs and whatnot and listen into conversations, because I do want to have a bit of a gab window, which in RPG Maker, it basically means that, you know how when you walk into a room, sometimes there will automatically be text that shows up. Well, the problem with this is that it stops the player from moving, and you have to sit there and you have to click through the text, and then after the text is over and gone, then you can move. Well, a Gab plugin will basically allow little text bubbles to pop up over NPCs, and they will proceed in their own order. So, like, for instance, I can trigger it so that as Cat walks this way and steps on this tile, it's going to trigger a Gab window from this guy, and he's going to say, you know, conversation A, and then the chick can say conversation B, and then you can miss it. It's going to proceed automatically. There's no arrowing through it that I know of. But you can still walk around, you can leave, you can just walk right off so that it's off screen. It doesn't matter. And I think that's a really organic way of having conversations in a crowded gas station or convenience store or whatever. Did you save? It saves automatically, thankfully. Let's see. Good old Bleach. So we're gonna have to be thinking of that. I want some conversations to be overheard by Kat, and she's not involved in, so it's just going to be a complete dialogue between two different people. Let's see. Okay, so convenience store, clerk at counter. You got something to check out? Or maybe I should have an NPC at the counter. Customer at counter. Okay. Let's see. I should probably put a fuzzy kind of homeless looking guy in there. Someone with a beard or something. What would be the dialogue, general direction, or info that Cat / the player would benefit with hearing? It's probably going to be a bunch of useless stuff. There might be a grain of something lore-wise in there. But otherwise, I don't know. It's probably going to be like similar to when Ib was at the gallery. It's just a bunch of people remarking on, you know, basic stuff. Like, oh, paintings. Oh, don't you think this? Yes, I think that. You know, that kind of thing. Homeless guy is Gary. The conversation in the background. Have you ever attempted to swallow toothpaste? See, that's I gotta make it organic feeling. Let's see. Convenience store. Clerk at shelves. Oh. Did you need something? No, sorry. Like, Cat's not going to be out there engaging with strangers, and most of the strangers in the city here aren't going to be freely engaging with Cat. Ooh, yeah, JXZX1. Maybe one dude is daring a girl to do something in the subway or stay there until midnight. There's a creepy rumor about noises or something that happens. I should have a group of teens. Okay. And this will be a gab. Okay, teen 1. Let's see. Although, let's see. Creepy rumor. I'm so bad at, Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm probably gonna have to take a break. Give me about 5 minutes and we'll be back. Yeah, but this is definitely gonna be a good conversation to have. See you guys in a second. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. Yeah, that took a little bit of time. All right, so have we thought of any good NPC stuff? If you've got a good one and you want me to see it, go ahead and copy and paste it real quick, and I'll put it in the notepad. All right. Otherwise, we are back at it. Okay. Yeah, I'm really bad at starting text. I'm really good at coming up with the middle and sometimes the end, though. So that's my writing's typically very disjointed. When I got that super caffeinated Pepsi, huh? I think I'm gonna give. I'll give it a try tomorrow. Tonight's not the greatest night for that. Let's see. There's all sorts of rumors about that place. Girl C. Wait. So what do you call it? You can't just be like the subway. You have to be specific, like, wait, the Wicked Avenue subway? Does that sound organic? Is that how they talk? Wait, the Wicked Avenue subway? Wait, the one on Wicked Avenue. The one on Wicked Avenue? As in the same one. All the homeless avoid? Yeah, there's all sorts of rumors about that place. Let's see. Why is the P in pterodactyl silent? I just don't get it. Let's see, a conversation of getting greener with a tan. I'm making mac and cheese and absolutely no one can stop me. The subway. Ah. That is a good one. No way, Wicked Avenues, I don't know, it's just off. I can't tell if you're offering like something for an NPC to say or if you think Wicked Avenue's a bad name. Could be Wicker. Wicked's kind of a stand-in name anyway. Gosh, all you guys, I appreciate it, but a lot of what people are suggesting is completely inorganic conversations you would hear like in real life. All right, let's see. Funny, but not quite there. Former. That's my attempt at sending casual. Okay, good. I was like, wait a minute. Let's see. Wait, the one on Wicked Avenue? As in... So he's planning on spending? So you're gonna come in halfway through the conversation. So... He said he was going to spend the night / 3 nights there. And live stream the whole thing. I hope he's... I hope he's got plenty. Plenty of energy. Actually, no. Plenty of bottled water and charger bricks. And then the girl's like, wait, the one on Wicked Avenue? As in the same one all the homeless avoid? Boy B. Yeah, there's all sorts of rumors about that place. Okay, I'll make that... Boy B's not as concerned, so I'll go back to A. Boy B again. Guess it makes for a good haunted live stream. Let's see. The station across the street. Oh yeah, I guess that would be a good one. Wait, the subway here? There we go. Kid NPC, the air is tasty here. Well, they're approaching midnight. I don't think there's going to be any kids in the store. Have you seen the latest anime about a tiger girl fighting a ghost girl? It's kind of late to be honest. No! Okay. So he said he was going to spend spend 3 nights there and live stream the 24 hours. You know what? We'll do 24 hours. And live stream the whole thing. Well, I hope he's got plenty of bottled water and charger bricks. Wait, the one across the street? The same one all the... Wait, the same one all the homeless avoid? Yeah, there's all sorts of rumors about that place. Guess it makes for a good haunted live stream. Shouldn't it be... When's it starting? Soon, I think. Probably going to do a... Don't stream at 3 a.m. in the subway thing. Don't stream at 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, I should make the guy like an homage to J Station. Like maybe you'll find his body later. Don't stream at 3 a.m. Abandoned. Yeesh. Okay, maybe we'll find a diary or a video log from him later. Wait, did people that did that with paint thinners or huffing the fumes and light it by mistake? What? Something for store handlers / old shoppers. Be careful with those paint thinners. Don't want to burn down the store now, do we? That's a good point. I don't know if a convenience store would have paint thinner. It seems like they probably have like lighter fluid and stuff, but 48-hour energy save. Where do you get those? If I double down on them, will I stay up for the dare on 3 days? Oh man. Homage is too respectful for the guy. Let's say parody. Well, I'm not going to make him an insane weirdo caricature. I want him to be kind of like a real person, just with elements that you'd find, you know, in a teen wanting to do this kind of stuff. Did you hear? Well, not everybody's going to be talking about the subway station. These guys are in a convenience store like a few blocks away. I think the only people that are talking about the subway are going to be these guys. And even then, you can only tell if they're talking about a subway if you stay there all the way to the last sentence where they specifically say, don't stream at 3 a.m. and abandon subway tunnels challenge, that kind of thing. Because it sounds like he's staying somewhere. But it doesn't specifically say unless I go with this line, maybe. So there we go. Okay, that'll be the gab for 3 teens. What else is there to talk about except subway stations? Subways are a way of life. Let's see. Let's see, another guy. Guy staring at ramen. Oh, they're out of the spicy flavor. And then if you do it again... Man. Let's see. Damn drunkers leaving empty bottles everywhere. Twist my ankle by one of them. Oh, okay, here we go. That could be another gab conversation. So, who twisted their ankle, the girl or the guy? Let's say the guy. Hey, how's the ankle? Just glad I didn't... Well, not break. Fracture, no. Just glad I didn't break anything. Let's see. Where's the lamb sauce? Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. Where the fuck are the antacids? Where the fuck do they keep the antacids? Okay, there's that. Ah. Mechatech, devious NPC placed directly by a spill. Personally, inconveniencing convenience store workers has become one of my favorite pastimes. Gee. I hate that I like that. Like, it's not completely, weird, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird enough. It's asshole-ish, but that's it. Okay. Personally... Nope, I spelled it wrong. Wait, inconveniencing... you just want me to spell this as poorly as possible. Has become one of my favorite pastimes. Maybe those NPCs you're using from your mansion idea could make little references to that. I don't know. Probably not. Like, references to what? Basically, a bunch of teens, blow out a tire or something and take shelter from the rain. There's nothing really. I don't have a formulated idea to make references to. We need one guy that's live streaming either his shopping experience or he's rating the subway's cleanliness. Ooh, I like that. There we go. Ooh, Magnum ice cream. Yeah, they've gotten smaller, haven't they? Fluorescent lights are bringing back memories. Ah, it's just like back in school. Well, I assume they go to work. Then, you know, that I can't imagine people aren't familiar with fluorescent lights if they've got like an outdoor job or like a public job. Red herring creep. Have a dude make a pass at K. Maybe set him up to be a reoccurring stalker, but nothing really. Ooh. I'm bad at writing creep dialogue, though. Why does it have to be a Monday? Well, it's probably going to be a Friday or a Saturday. That's why they're out. If you want those dialogues containing key points can have highlighted text while others can have plain text. Yeah, actually there's a plugin where certain words will always appear either outlined or highlighted with certain colors. You can set the words in the plugin and they'll always show up no matter where they're typed or when. Which is pretty cool, but I typically don't do that. I feel like that's a little bit too RPG-y. Rather than survival horror-y. Let's see. Oh, that's a good point. Hey, you walking around alone or something like that? Because Naomi's over by wherever. No, not like that. How did the original go? You know, someone like you shouldn't be walking home alone. Round this way alone. Hey, someone like you. And I can have him talk to Kat just if she passes by. She doesn't have to talk to him to initiate it. Just walking by in the aisle will initiate. Someone like you shouldn't be out this late alone. And then Kat. I'm fine, thanks. Why the long face? Smile some more? Or Kat would just inner dialogue of their creepy behavior. Has anyone ever actually been like, hey, you should smile more? Like, I always hear that with like smug comments written by girls who are like, yeah, this totally happened to me. And it's like, this doesn't sound like a human being would ever say it, though. If you want to be extra creepy, you could add in a hey baby girl. Ugh. I'm not liking that. I think I'll keep it relatively neutral. I'm not gonna make this a caricature. So this could literally be someone who's legitimately worried and trying to be helpful and coming across as creepy, or somebody that's just legitimately creepy. You know, it's a little bit hard to tell. Like, it could easily go either way. Hey, someone like you shouldn't be out this late alone. I'm fine, thanks. You need a ride or something? No, I'm good, thanks. And that'll end that little thing. Okay. I've been told smile more, especially with teeth and all. The last type of smile I'd like to give is one with... Really? People just like say, hey, you should smile more? That's weird. I've had adult family, I should tell you I should smile more. Yeah, well, there's a big difference between strangers commanding you to smile at them versus family being like, hey, don't slump, don't look so gloomy. You should smile more is for my mom. Yeah, exactly. And it's way different from family. You have such a cute voice, damn it. I guess that is a good thing for the creep to say, but she hasn't said anything when she goes up to him. I'll keep it as is. Again, I want it to be ambiguous rather than overly creepy. You want a good time? The night is still young. Ooh, that's overly. Smile mostly with my eyes. Yeah, I don't smile much neutrally, and with my mouth closed, I don't have much of a neutral smile. Plus, doesn't smile give you wrinkles? I don't know. Unless I have reason to smile, I typically don't. I've got a very neutral face. You look like my ex. Alright, I think that'll do it. I'll go ahead and turn in early. We're at 2.5 hours. I want to do that Ebe Dungeon stream tomorrow, or today, I guess. I'll keep cracking a little bit at NPCs. As you can tell, it's mostly just staring at the screen thinking, what should I write? So it's a little bit different than writing like a specific narrative that has a certain flow to it. What if you had a Johnny Bravo-esque NPC that tries to hit on the characters? I should do that. Someone that's like gross but pretty harmless. Man wearing sunglasses. I hate you for making me do this, because now I'm gonna have to make a sprite with sunglasses. Man wearing sunglasses. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Wow, a game dev stream that isn't 4 hours long? I know, right? Okay, what does Johnny Bravo say? Hey there, pretty mama, or something like that. Fuck, what are some of Johnny Bravo's iconic lines? It's been way too long. Just edit a copy of Black Turtleneck Guy. I need to give him a tan, though, if I'm gonna do that. Hey, baby. Yeah, whatever. Enough about me. Let's talk about me. I need to be careful not to make it, like, too overly. Oh god, your body is a wonderland and I want to be Alice. Did they actually say that? Whoa, mama. I'm gonna put that as walking by. I don't want it to be like a duplicate of the creep thing, though. Maybe this is a bad idea. I've already got the creep, after all. I love how there's a Johnny Bravo wiki quote page, though. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. What the fuck? Johnny, what? Hey Santa, it's me, Johnny. Remember I'm the one that beat you up last year because I thought you were a burglar? Oh, Johnny's a treasure. You tapping the keyboard made your sprite talk and it looked like Pop Cat. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately there's no real noise gate on this thing. Maybe I should just have him regurgitate one-liners from Johnny Bravo and he'll just spit out a new one at random every time the character interacts with him. There's a wiki for everything. Yeah. Oh, here. Yeah, that's a good one. Mechatech. Okay, so I'm just gonna call him Bravo for a second there. Okay, walking by, standing at freezer. I need to have it be specifically shown that he's talking about himself, and Kat was worried she was getting catcalled, as it were. Let's see. So he's gonna be, assuming the freezers are like this, he's gonna be right here. I'm gonna show the grid that would be an RPG Maker to help me figure this out better. So you have to walk like right here, I think. Any other attempts to communicate with him won't work. And he's not turning around, too. Let's see. Is he looking at his reflection or is he talking? Yeah, exactly. I know how I want it to end, but I don't know how I want it to begin exactly. I don't know how do I communicate that he's looking at himself, though? Because again, I can't build a mirror on a freezer. The man is admiring the reflection. Oh, yeah, yeah. Upon closer inspection, The man appears to be admiring his reflection in the freezer glass. Or the glass of the freezer, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's see. A man is admiring the reflection in the... Yeah. What do you want? Can't you see that I'm in the middle of something? Excuse me. Yeah, excuse you. You're standing in the way of my handsome reflection. That's a good point. Okay. In that case, Johnny will be here, and Kat has to walk here. Okay, this might just work. This is great. This is awful. What am I doing? Okay, so you have to hit that. Okay, there we go. Upon closer inspection, the man appears to be admiring his reflection in the glass of the freezer. Okay. Yeah, excuse me. Let's see. Getting in the way. Or blocking. Getting in the way. My handsome... Let's see, what does he say? Man, I'm pretty... Oh, I don't want to say pretty, though. You look pretty, I look pretty. Why don't we go home and stare at each other? Jeez. Anyone ever, like, stop to think about what a weird character Johnny Bravo is? Like, doesn't he talk like Elvis? Like, exaggerated Elvis? Let's see. The view, the show. You're blocking the view. Upon closer inspection, the man appears to be admiring his reflection in the glass of the freezer. So I'm gonna make I'm gonna do a... Oh wait, you can't see it because it's first person. Shoot. I forgot that this isn't typical RPG Maker, God's eye view. What kind of look should she have? Look of weirdness? Look of nervousness? Confusion? Okay, player steps 2 forward. And then there's gonna be, I'll put some event tile so that you can't step back on it. Johnny Bravo started out as an Elvis impersonator. Wow. Let's see. I just noticed your form is of a spook. Yeah, we are a ghost tonight. 100%. Good eye. That's on me for being up since 6 to... Yeah. It changes so much, you can't be expected to notice. Have a guy comment he's been in there for 4 hours. Let's see. Don't remember if the Elvis impersonator phase was the initial idea for the pilot or the cartoon, but yeah, interesting. I think that's enough NPCs to fill the store in the platform area before it goes downhill. Yeah, I think so too. I think that was a strong one to end on. I'll have to add more and fix up the dialogue a little bit, but I think we're ending pretty strongly. Well, thank you so much for coming to the game dev stream. I'd say we might just have enough to start eventing, or at least like putting this stuff into the dialogue boxes of the game. There's a plugin that I think I'll have to buy for like $3. It's gonna make my life a little bit easy. Shoot, I'm really gonna have to make sure that I get the sprite sheets for the faces done, the character face sheets. Okay, well I guess that's another thing I have to do. There may or may not be a game dev stream tomorrow then. Alright, well, hey, I'm really grateful. Only 4, a true narcissist would have been in there for at least 6. Yeah, right? Those are rookie numbers, bravo. I wish I could spend $3 to make my life easy. Yeah, what I'm referring to is that there is a plugin for RPG Maker MZ, where once you select a face from the face sheet, it will take the name of that sheet and autofill the name of, you guys can still see. So normally in RPG Maker, you've got the screen, and then you've got the bar, and then you've got the face, and then you've got the blah blah blah, or wait, I should probably turn that off. So you've got the name right here, and then you've got the colon, and then you've got the lines of whatever. So what this does is that as soon as you select the face, it will read the name of the face file, and it'll auto put that in there. So I don't have to say cat or Naomi all the time. It'll automatically detect who's speaking based on whose face is being used, and it'll auto imprint that in. So I don't have to type cat in the name box a million times. That's a plugin by Hakuen, I believe, and it's like on itch.io for like $3. So yeah, that might be easy. Remember to take care of yourself even if you are a ghost. Yeah, thank you. It's a fun night. I appreciate it. This is fun. It's a cool process to watch. Yeah, if anybody's got any artistic or creative endeavors, this might be like a good what to do and what not to do based on watching me. Can't say if I'm mortified or impressed that he hasn't left to get something to drink or to use the restrooms or to buy food. Yeah, exactly. That'd be good. I could definitely expound upon the Johnny Bravo character. Remember to take care. The NPC don't need a face pick, only Kat and Naomi save the extra work. Yeah, exactly. Nobody else aside from Kat and Naomi have a face picture. However, despite that, it's still saving me a lot of work if I use this plugin, so I don't have to put their names in. Can go shower? Sure, they can. I don't know if it'll do much. I'll start my day with lots of catch up, lots of Z's. Sorry for everyone that's got weird hours because of these streams. Thanks for streaming this process. Take care and happy Memorial Day. Yep, happy Memorial Day to everyone that it's applicable to. Later, gamers. Later. Alright, and thank you for the suggestion for RimWorld P music. Very cool. Much appreciated. Okay. Bye. How about some rain? Wait, I don't know if this is copyrighted. Hang on. It doesn't seem like it is. Okay, bye. See you, MissKittens. Thank you for your stream. Looking forward to more games, or more possible horror games, depending on what you play. Bye.